just bought myself a DDR solo cab. I've never had, or I should say, never owned one of these cabs before. This is my first time owning such a cab. It's also my first time moving the cab. And this cab is pretty unique because, not because it's a 6-panel DDR game, it's because of its weight. Okay, so let me show you guys what's going on. So usually, you know, a DDR cab by itself is about 300 some pounds, and this cab by itself is 363.8 pounds. It has a lot of weight to it. It still has the same parts. It still has the same parts as a regular DDR cab, you know, the power supply here, the video out, you know, you want to, I guess, display on another TV if you want. And then the DDR cab itself, pad itself, it weighs 372 pounds. Okay, stage weight. I mean, you got two weights on here. You got one that says 183, and the stage unit, which is, I guess the whole unit is 372.6 pounds. Which, going by the math, the stage itself weighs just as much, or it weighs more than the cab itself. The difference is the cabinet is bigger, taller, which means the mass is spread out. The cab is a cab, which means this is going to be a pain in the ass. Now, loading this up, I want to try it by myself, but the guy that I took it from was selling it off Facebook. Not, well, I mean, it was 3 other guys there, including himself. We just made it easier and just load up the pad. He thought that I wasn't going to be able to arrange the whole cabinet and the pad itself in one go. I have to let him know that I move these things, or I move dance machines all the time. Just the Solo is just really, really unique. And it's going to be tricky because the pad itself, I feel the weight of the pad itself alone is the weight of maybe a pad and a half of Pump It Ups. Because I believe a Pump It Up pad is about, the current one about 156. So I guess it's 2 Pump It Up pads in one. And the old DDR cabs, which were about a good 200. So it's close. So this one pad alone is a dual stage in just one cab, which makes me question how Konami even built these things and set it up where it weighs so much. These cabs are not available everywhere. I mean, there's nowhere find publicly in LA, or at least in SoCal. I think a lot of people own these cabs privately, and a lot of people are not trying to buy these cabs because, well, I don't know you can run anything other than the Solo and the Extreme and all that. I don't think you can run anything else current. I don't know, maybe the hacks out there, but I don't think anyone trying to put DDR X3 on a solo cab, even though the majority of people play singles. And now, the time to start this is going to be unique. So, and I'm going to give some instructions because this is basic stuff. So I am about to give it a shot. First thing I need to do is cut the brake on the truck. Brake is on. These straps on. Yes, thank you. I made $94. Okay. So it's a little tricky getting it on here because it's just so tall. I mean, I was thinking about doing this upright, but I feel that this cab is taller than your regular standard DDR cab. Strap. Okay. Now wrapped up my straps. The first thing I'm going to do is, and let me make sure this thing is still streaming. Nope. What the fuck? Okay, it's still streaming. Okay. Now the straps are off. Let me make sure this shit's still going. Yeah, it's still going. Okay. Now the straps are off. First thing I'm gonna do and they're gonna put a blanket on the ground. What that does is it provides grip, as I like to call it. It will prevent the cab with wheels from throwing you off. It'll provide some kind of support. If you stack it high enough, you can put it on there. It won't budge or move. I like doing that when I'm doing these by myself. It provides security. All right. If you got help, you don't need to do that, but you know, putting it on the second you raise it up, the second you start raising it up and there's wheels, the second you touch the wheels, it's gonna start rolling on its own and it's just gonna slip. This is how I drop a pump it up cab, a pump it up FX cab, trying to do this. All right. It was a combination of me not having a brake on and a combination of not having a blanket where the wheels can just lock up. Okay, you don't have to use a blanket. You can use something like some kind of rubber, some kind of wood, something solid that will prevent it from moving. Now, getting the cabinet off, it's gonna be easy. It's gonna look difficult because, well, I'm doing this by myself. The thing is, these cabinets have enough weight to move the entire truck. The truck is light, okay? On the freeway, gotta drive this nice and slow. Can't do it too fast or else it will take this truck on a tailspin. All the weight is in the back. There's more weight in the back than it is in the front. Wiggle it back and forth. Bring it halfway to the edge like this. I got a blanket right there on the side, so protecting this part from scraping up or getting marks. And then you want to ease it down because it's going to start sliding on its own. Now it's right there on the carpet. It's at an angle. All right. Now it's at an angle, and as you can see, the first thing you hit, I don't know if y'all can see it, the first thing you hit is on the wheels. All right. Now you can try to put the legs down, but yeah, actually, if you can put the legs down, it'll make things easier. Everything will connect. But sometimes you don't feel like doing that, especially when you're doing that solo. Now it's on the blanket. The only thing I will need to do now is push up. Now it's right there on the leg too. Now, another reason why you don't want to have the legs down is because, and I'm not worrying about this cab. This cab is old. So back then, they use strong wood. Hence why this shit is so goddamn heavy. But putting all that much weight, which is 372 pounds on the leg, will make, maybe not this cab, but some of the newer cabs, it would just make it snap. Just like a twig, just like that. Okay? So, see how far I can go. Hop on the truck. I did not see the DDR pad slipping like that. Man, that could have fucked me up. Okay. Now, this is down. Notes about the hardware and CD-ROM code is repair in progress. Now you got it here, you should be able to roll it out. And now it's time for the granddaddy of them all. I gotta move it this far back because it's getting a poor connection and I'm streaming. Alright, so basically it's gonna be a little bit different from some of my other streams or some other videos that take of me taking this out. So getting out the pads should be the most easiest thing, but it's 372 pounds. I feel like something's gonna go wrong, but I've done enough moves, enough that this shouldn't be no problem. At least I am hoping. So I usually just use the whole basement maneuver, pull it in, drop on the carpet, just turn. But this is 372 pounds, 372.6 pounds. So this is going to be a little bit more challenging than I anticipated. I'm a little nervous. I almost destroyed my fingers there. So the hard part is over. Now, what's good about the blanket is, since I can't detach the wires from the pad, at least that I know of, right now the blanket is actually protecting the wire in that position. It is heavy. My heart's pounding right now. I guess I can take out a DDR SOLO SOLO. Now I guess the next video will be kind of load this up solo, or kind of load the pads by itself solo. Okay. So this was actually pretty difficult. I would not recommend, if you ever come across a DDR SOLO pad or solo cab, I would not recommend doing it alone. If you have to, you saw how the way it was packed up in there. Make sure you have at least 3 to 4 blankets if you're going to do that. Have a blanket for the bar, because you got to put it all the way to the back of the truck itself if you just using a regular pickup truck. Another blanket for the top part of the cab itself, okay, to protect the lights and the plastic marquee that's on there, because just it can break real easily. A blanket to put on the side of the cab so it won't have any grooves, marks of the truck when you sliding off the truck. Okay, that's what the blanket down there was for. And just another blanket just to have, just in case, for backup. Okay, you saw what I did, taking it out. Have the blankets on the ground, protect the legs, keep the wheels from making the cab run off somewhere or sliding off the truck, because once that motion starts, that's it. You can't hold it. At that point, you gotta let it go. You're either gonna injure yourself or kill yourself trying to take a cab off. And I'm pretty sure no one wants to lose a finger or their arms trying to take a cab off the truck. That's why it's better to just let it go, or let it go in that situation when you have no control, or the truck is, or I should say the cab is moving on its own. Okay, now blankets down there, hold the cab from moving. Brake on the truck, easy. Anyone can do this, anyone. But if you have friends, use them. Offer them food to help you, because no one likes doing labor. Until next time, folks, this is the boss, Salad Tosser. And the boss is showing you how the boss just proved to himself that he can take our DDR SOLO solo.